How did your first child behave after you'd had your second baby? My 4-year-old daughter Emma became obsessed with proving the baby wasn't really her brother. When we brought home little Alex from the hospital, I expected some jealousy, maybe some acting out. What I didn't expect was Emma turning into a tiny detective. It started the first week. Emma would sit by Alex's crib with a notebook, scribbling what looked like random marks. When I asked what she was doing, she said very seriously, writing down the evidence. Evidence of what, sweetheart? That he's not the real baby. I figured it was normal sibling adjustment. The pediatrician said some kids create fantasies to cope with big changes, but Emma's behavior got more intense each day. She began measuring Alex with a ruler every morning, documenting his length in her notebook. She'd hold up photos from the ultrasound next to his face, shaking her head disapprovingly. She even started saving his dirty diapers in a shoebox under her bed before I discovered them. Emma, honey, what are you doing with these? Testing, she said matter-of-factly. The real baby would smell different. 2 weeks in, Emma presented her findings to my husband and me like a courtroom lawyer. She spread her notebook on the kitchen table, pointing to her scribbled charts. This baby is too big, she announced. The doctor said the baby would be 6 pounds. This one is 7 pounds and 4 ounces. That's not right. She flipped the page. Also, his hair is brown. In the pictures on the refrigerator, the baby has black hair. My husband and I exchanged glances. The ultrasound photos were grainy and unclear, but Emma had been studying them for months. And look, Emma continued, producing a photo of herself as a newborn. I had blue eyes when I was born. This baby has gray eyes. Different baby. I gently explained that babies change as they grow, that hair color and weight can vary. Emma listened politely, then shook her head. Nice try, Mom, but I know what happened. The hospital mixed up our baby with someone else's baby. We need to take this one back and get our real baby. The situation escalated when Emma started calling Alex the replacement baby in front of visitors. At the grocery store, she told the cashier, "This isn't my real brother. My parents don't know yet, but I'm going to tell them soon." I scheduled a family therapy session, thinking Emma needed professional help processing the change. But during our first appointment, something unexpected happened. The therapist asked Emma to explain her concerns. Emma pulled out her notebook and walked through her evidence again. The weight discrepancy, the hair color, the eye color, even the shape of Alex's ears compared to the ultrasound images. The therapist listened carefully, then asked to see Alex's hospital bracelet and birth certificate. As she compared the documents to Emma's notes, her expression changed. "Mrs. Peterson," she said slowly, "have you contacted the hospital about any of these discrepancies?" My heart stopped. "You don't think?" "I think Emma has been very observant. These details she's documented are significant enough that you should verify everything with the hospital." That afternoon, we drove to the hospital with Emma's notebook. The charge nurse reviewed our case, comparing Emma's documented observations with Alex's medical records. After 2 hours of checking and rechecking, the nurse returned with a pale face and the hospital administrator. "I'm so sorry," the administrator began. "There appears to have been a mix-up in the nursery. Your son was accidentally switched with another baby born the same day. The blood test confirmed it. The baby we'd been caring for belonged to another family across town. Our actual son was with them, a smaller baby with darker hair and blue eyes, exactly matching Emma's predictions. The switch happened during a shift change when both babies were taken for routine tests. 2 families had been raising each other's children for 3 weeks. The exchange was emotional and surreal. The other family had also noticed discrepancies but hadn't acted on them. When we finally held our real son, Emma smiled for the first time since coming home from the hospital. "See," she said, gently touching his tiny hand. "I told you this was our real baby." The hospital faced a massive investigation. Both families received settlements for the trauma and therapy costs.